As we've been learning this year, our Christ consciousness and the 12 powers are divine ideas within us, and we don't need formal training to activate them. We activate them as we need them. Prior to 2011, I had only learned about the 12 powers during Sunday lessons. I hadn't had any formal SE classes. And I didn't actually attend the SE class with Paul Hasselback up in Amesbury in August, as some of you did. But this year, we've been learning about 9 of the 12 powers during our Sunday lessons. Can some of you tell me what they are? That's right. Lip juice flows. Love, imagination, power, judgment, understanding, zeal, elimination, faith, life, order, will, and last but not least, strength. I use the 12 powers in different ways, and some more than others. Before I share with you how I used each power, I will give you the definition of each power, and they're taken from Reverend Paul's Power Up cards. Faith. Faith is the ability to believe with confidence, to spiritually intuit, to know that you know, and to have conviction. I amazed the doctors with my faith and my trust in God, because I knew God had a plan, and everything would fall into place. He would not give me what I could not handle. My doctors asked me what I would do if the cancer came back, and I just told them matter-of-factly that I would overcome it again. There was no other option. I knew and believed that God was everywhere and in everything, and He was working in and through me, my doctors, my nurses, and my medicine. Imagination. Imagination is the ability to visualize, conceptualize, and envision. I read Bernie Siegel's book, Love, Medicine, and Miracles, cover to cover. In his book, he talks about how people perceive chemotherapy. If you see it as good and helping you, you have a good outlook. If you perceive it as bad and hurting you, you feel drained and miserable. I use the power of imagination to visualize the chemo washing over my body, shrinking my tumor, and the cancer cells leaving my body. Zeal. Zeal is the ability to be enthusiastic and passionate, as well as to inspire and motivate oneself. I had and have a real zeal for life and to live. I knew that the stage 2 diagnosis was not treatable. I know that the stage 2 diagnosis was treatable and curable. Those of you who know me and have taken classes with me know that I wanted to be a mom, but I wanted to live more. Just before my 40th birthday, I had my ovaries out. But I have many nieces and nephews, great nieces and nephews, and young cousins, so I borrow them when I want to be around children. Power. Power is the ability to master, dominate, and control. We have the power over our thoughts and feelings, and even our divine ideas. I use the power of power to elevate my consciousness. By having a spiritual consciousness and being prayed up, I was able to see clearly and only see a positive outcome. Order. Order is the ability to organize, sequence, balance, adjust. I use the power of order to decide my treatment path, to keep my doctor's appointments and medical bills straight. I also focused on the day-to-day order of items. It kept my mind busy, and it did not allow negative thinking or thoughts or feelings to come through. Never a why me. Understanding. Understanding is the ability to know, perceive, comprehend, and spiritually see. In the words of Charles Fillmore, you can take 2 paths to understanding. You can follow your inner guidance with the spirit within, or you can go blindly and learn by your experience. By using the power of understanding, it allows us to make sense of the other 11 powers. I knew and believed I was a healthy and whole child of God. And I wouldn't see it any other way. I also use understanding to listen to my body and rest when I need to rest and be active when I had the energy. And I use this to interpret my divine ideas. Strength. Strength is the ability to endure, stay the course, last, be persistent, persevere, and be stable. Because of my faith, I was very strong through the whole process. I lived my life. I took things a day at a time, a treatment at a time, a surgery at a time. I refused to see a negative outcome. The only time that I did break down and cry is when I was losing my hair by the handful. I got a wig, I got some cool scarves, and my family had gone with me to have my hair shaved off. If you could believe it, 3 years ago today, I had peach fuzz for hair. And look at this now. Elimination. Elimination is the ability to release, remove, deny, denounce, and let go. I not only use the power of elimination to let go of any negative thoughts or feelings, I use it to eliminate the cancer cells from my body. Will. Will is the ability to choose, decide, command, direct, and determine. I had the will to live. It would not see any other outcome. Love. Love is the ability to harmonize, unify, desire, attract to oneself, and to feel affection for. I surrounded myself with the love and support of like-minded people then and now, as well as unconditional love of my fur child buddy. Wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to judge, elevate, discern, to be wise, appraise, and apply what is known. We also use wisdom hand in hand with understanding. As a scientist, I've used wisdom every day for 20 years. And in 2010 and 2011, I used spiritual wisdom with the advice of my doctors and the trust in God to come up with the right and perfect treatment plan and to put feet to my prayers. Life. Life is the ability to energize, vitalize, enliven, animate, and invigorate all that a person does. I love life and have will to live. And I did not and will not see any other outcome. In closing, you may see some common themes here. This is because the 12 powers act both individually and together in our life as we need them. We all have our own toolbox of truth principles inside of us to help us overcome any obstacle that Spirit puts in our path. Thank you.